breaking down more 213 and 110 connections. Tom Brady made his real NFL debut against the New York Jets. He technically made his debut against the Detroit Lions. He threw 3 passes in that game. It was a Thanksgiving game. Derek Carr, he was a starter from day one. He started over at the New York Jets. Both guys started over at East Rutherford, New Jersey. First point I like to make is Derek Carr's first NFL debut came on September the 7th. His first victory came against the Kansas City Chiefs on November the 20th. Now, the Super Bowl is going to be played on the 44th day of the year. There's a total of 44 points scored in this game. Tom Brady's going to be 7-4 in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs were 7-4 after this game, after losing to the Raiders, because it is Raiders as Gematria 74. For the Raiders, the 24 is going to have to do with, I'm going to predict, an unbeaten 11-0 run for the Raiders to end the year. So the Raiders are going to be 11-0 to end the season. That is a direct connection to the Tom Brady's last Super Bowl loss over at Minnesota against the Eagles, because it's Minnesota that's Gematria 110. It was also the Raiders' first Super Bowl championship that occurred against the Minnesota Vikings. 11-0, 110. This is the significance of that gematria. And how about 9-11? The Patriots ending the year with 9 straight wins in 2001-02. How about the Raiders ending the year with 11 straight wins? In my study of 9-11, it's 9-1-1 that has gematria 110. Now see right here. See right here. The Raiders are 1-10. Derek Carr finally gets the win. He sees the worst of it, playing on bad teams. Now he's got a real team. He can show what he can really do as the top passer in the NFL to go 11-0. So an interesting numerical sequence between getting his first win and winning the Super Bowl. This has everything to do with Tom Brady's last Super Bowl loss. It has everything to do with his next Super Bowl loss. It has everything to do with the Raiders Super Bowl championship over at Minnesota. Has everything to do with it. Now the Raiders 24 points has everything to do with their 24th win in Las Vegas, connecting to Charles Woodson wearing number 24 when he stripped, sacked, fumbled Tom Brady in the tuck rule game. Jonathan Abram is playing a similar role as a box-to-box dropping coverage safety who wears number 24. So we had 8-8 last year for the Raiders. They've got 5 wins. They're 5-5, and then 11 straight wins. Their 24th win is going to occur in the Super Bowl in Las Vegas against the Bucs. The Bucs is gematria 24. Derek Carr made his debut against the Jets. It is the Raiders that were 5-5 after losing to the Bengals. Derek Carr suffered the fibula injury. It is New Jersey where he made his debut at the gematria 24. It is the Lions that Tom Brady made his debut against as gematria 24. The last time that a Brady or a Manning lost a Super Bowl occurred over at New Jersey. Seahawks is gematria 24. This happened in Super Bowl 48. So, this is going to have to do with the unbeaten 11 consecutive win streak for the Vegas Raider dynasty. The Super Bowl is on February the 13th. 2-13, February the 13th. It's worth noting that the amount of time from Derek Carr's NFL debut to his first win in the 11th game, nonetheless, is 74 days. Once again, the Chiefs are 7-4. Raiders is gematria 74. It's Tom Brady that's going to be 7-4 in the Super Bowl. It's the Buccaneers that were founded in the year 74. The last Super Bowl appearance was over at San Diego for the Raiders. Once again, I can't reiterate it enough. I'm fed up as gematria 74. Continuing on, the amount of time from Derek Carr being drafted to his first win was 195 days, and what's interesting about that was that the Vegas dynasty is gematria of 195. It was planned years ago that the Raiders were going to move to Las Vegas once the time came. The amount of time from the first win of his career for Derek Carr to the Super Bowl is going to be a time span of 86 months and 24 days. Now, 86 is the gematria of Las Vegas and Tom Brady, the greatest of all time. When you round up to 87, what you get is Derek Dallas Carr having gematria of 87. And obviously, this is going to connect big time to the Super Bowl that's coming up over at the LA area. In his NFL debut, Derek Carr threw for 151 yards. He had 32 attempts. Number 32 was the Super Bowl MVP, Marcus Allen. Derek Carr threw 151 yards. It is because he's supposed to win in the next Super Bowl since Jim Plunkett. And the legend of Derek Carr is really beginning against the Dallas Cowboys. Smith is gematria 15. The Raiders dropped the 1-5 at home. It's Rams. It's Tampa. The last Super Bowl championship that is gematria 15. 183 days from the time Derek Carr signed his contract to his first victory. 183 days. They last won the Super Bowl in Los Angeles. Los Angeles Raiders is gematria of 183. And continuing on. Tom Brady's going to drop to 6-2 against the Raiders. His only loss to the Raiders occurred on November the 17th of 2002. That is a 23-day numerology. His next loss will occur while they're in Vegas, just not that soon, in week 7 of last year. Notice the Raiders had their biggest lead when it was 24-6. That 24 points could be a really big number because number 24 had the fumble during that time, during that tuck game. The amount of time from the Raiders' last win against Tom Brady to their next win against Tom Brady is going to be 19 years in 2 months. Now, if you ignore the day part, that's 192. That is gematria of Inglewood, California. If you want to round up the month to 193, that's fine too. Let's include his fibula injury against the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts is 192 as well. But it is the Los Angeles Rams that's got gematria of 193, and it also is the Las Vegas Raiders that has gematria of 193. So if you want to interpret it as rounding up the days to the next month to 19 years and 3 months, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. That is A-OK as well. No doubt about it. Derek Carr's NFL debut to the beginning of the Brady dynasty. Right? That's still going to be 86 months and all that. Now, let's do the first win to November 25th. You see, that's 7 years and 5 days. Marcus Allen won Super Bowl MVP. The Raiders are still waiting on Derek Carr, whatever. They can flip the script right now. They're able to do so. They're allowed to right now. They're supposed to be doubting them. And that's the main thing to take away from this. Pretty good. First win to the remarkable birthday of Jim Plunkett. Will just be around 85 months, the 74th birthday, connecting to Tom Brady being 74 in the Super Bowl. Jim Plunkett's birthday, seeing the Super Bowl 18 matchup, his second ring, the Raiders and the Redskins facing off. What you get is 85 months. You get Snyder, you get Washington Redskins, you get Rich Bisaccia being the coach right now. You just gotta wonder how much of this is really planned and predetermined. But yet another 213 angle is holding very true, and I think the 192 angle with Tom Brady's last loss to Raiders is something very revealing in itself too, as we continue to break down the NFL season. Now let's just show us here how much time is left from November 20th to the end of the year. Okay, 41 days, that's the Super Bowl. That could be the 41st win since the Fabula injury. And now, let's do November 17. You can count backwards there. On the 44th day of the year is when we see Tom Brady lose to the Raiders again. So 19 months and 2 days, 19 years and 2 months, 19 years and 3 months, whatever you want to say is the case, be my guest. The interpretations work both ways, depending if you count the end day or not. If you just want to stick with the day-month sequence for the year and the month and just add on the time at the end, I included all three segments. Be my guest.